Hey everybody, welcome back to Starfyre Gaming. I am Sir Joseph and this is Baldur's Gate 3. We just had that huge fight at the Last Light Inn where basically everybody except for us and this gal here, Jaharia, died. We all got killed. Or they all got killed. Even we got killed, but we were revived by Shadowheart with a revivification scroll. Hi Gato. So that's kind of where we're at. Shadowheart has no spell slots.
Sharp as ever.
Will's got two, but that's because we did a short rest right after the fight. We have no more short rests to do. So I think the best thing to do right now is to take a go to camp and take a rest. So we're gonna do that. That was weird. Had them all bunched up and then camp is spread out all over the place here, isn't it? Magic Mirror. That is a new addition. You can change your appearance if you wish.
No time to rest.
Now we said we would chat with folks next time we went to camp, so let's go ahead and
Seems
chat
like a
with
good
somebody.
moment to talk.
Hey, soldier.
So about our tadpole powers.
You really did it, huh? Not worried about adding more illithid into the mix? Well, what can I say? You look fine, smell fine, seem fine. And yet, you're more mind flayer than ever. Hope you don't expect me to follow your lead in this.
Not at all.
Good. And you know, keep an eye on yourself. If you start feeling loopy, shout. We don't know what these tadpoles are capable of.
So if we click on the lithium power thing, we did take one. Took this one here. On the first attack roll and ability check, you gain. Against any target, you gain a bonus equal to your. But you can see our brain looks like it's kind of rotting. So I don't really want to take any more. Because that looks bad. Some of these are obviously better suited for spellcasters. But yeah, I'm not too keen on doing much more of that.
How much farther can I go?
See what Lae'zel has to say.
Greetings.
I know she won't take that, so there's no point in even asking her.
I suppose you want to hear about Khazad-dûr.
You said he was your master.
My old master. Before the Mind Flayers took me from him. Before this strange, twisted freedom. Khazad Zar is a vampire lord in Baldur's Gate, the patriarch of his coven, and a monster obsessed with power. Not political power or military power, I mean power over people. The power to control them completely. He turned me nearly 200 years ago. I became his spawn, and he became my tormentor.
Tormentor? What did he do?
He had me go out into Baldur's Gate to fetch him the most beautiful souls I could find. It was a fun little ritual of his. I'd bring them back, and he'd ask if I wanted to dine with him. And if I said yes, he'd serve me a dead, putrid rat. Of course, if I said no, he'd have me flayed. Hard to say which was worse.
Sounds terrible.
Thank you. But this isn't about sympathy. It's about knowing what we might be up against. The Mind Flayers aren't the only monsters out there. They're not even the only ones hunting us. All I'm asking is that you keep your eyes open and watch out for anything lurking in the shadows.
You keep me safe, I'll do the same.
What more could I ask? Now, is that all?
What do you make of Raphael's deal?
I won't lie. It's tempting. If I keep the tadpole, I risk transforming into a grotesque monster. If I lose the tadpole, Khazad has control of me, body and soul, and I return to the shadows. It's grim either way. So why not sell what's left of my soul to a devil? Better he has it than Khazad.
Trading one master for another, you'll be a slave either way.
You're familiar with the phrase, better the devil you know? I know Khazad, and I'll take anything that saves me from that.
See what Bolo's got to say.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much.
Alright, so other than stabbing me in the eye with a knitting needle. Alright, Shadowheart's turn.
The shadow curse. It doesn't seem to affect me like it does others. Not as badly, at least. Do you know what this means? I must be blessed. Lady Shah is protecting me where others are left to face her wrath. She loves me. She must do.
So what does all this mean?
Lady Shah wouldn't bless me like this for no reason. There must be something she wants of me. Those signs we found about Dark Justiciars, perhaps they were no coincidence. In either case, I need to watch for any place dedicated to Lady Shah. A temple, perhaps.
Okay. Chat with Gale.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Is Mystra always such a demanding goddess?
She expects those who seek to use the weave to do so honestly, and with respect for its potential to destroy, as well as its potential to save. I doubt she's asked many of her followers to blow themselves up. That's a fate she's bequeathed exclusively to me. She wouldn't ask such a thing if it weren't our only means of survival. However much she's annoyed at me.
Why doesn't Elminster take on the Absolute? Or Mister herself?
I've no doubt she has the power to do so, but as for the permission, Ao would not look kindly on her meddling in mortal affairs. Divine intervention has a tendency to make things worse, not better. As for Elminster, he's saved the realms more times than legend can recount. But to take on a god is no easy feat, even for him. My orb is the best chance we have. And only I can wield it.
How are you feeling? Can't be easy, facing the possibility of death.
Oh, you know me, ever the optimist. I'm trying to focus on the positives. Truth is, I was living on borrowed time already. Consuming those items would only have kept the orb sated for so long. If anything, I feel more at peace than I have in months. At least now I know my death will have purpose. It won't be a distant bang in the footnotes of history.
Okay, Will next.
Well met.
The cultists have taken your father to Moonrise Towers. Floric confirmed it.
Then we know our mission. All roads converge at Moonrise.
Can we trust Floric?
I was 11 when the Councillor spotted and slayed an assassin who stalked father from the shadows. I was 13 when she brought word of a goblin warband advancing on Rivington. Her keen scouting saved 100 lives that day. The Councillor's loyalty to my father is beyond question. She's as steady as Tyr's heartbeat, as upstanding as the Sword Mountains. Father's at Moonrise Towers, and we need to save him.
The cult must have some reason for taking your father. But what?
They want violence, they want control, they want Baldur's Gate. Who better than Grand Duke Ravengard to surrender it? Who better than the commander of the Flaming Fist to dismantle its defenses? They will infect him, and the city's guardian will become its ruin, unless we put a stop to it.
To Moonrise, then. We can't let the Absolute take Grand Duke Ravengard.
We can't and we won't. The shadows be damned.
And Halson.
The shadow curse is upon us. As foul as I remember it. Perhaps even worse. But with the Oak Father's blessing, we may soon see it banished from these lands.
I found a flaming fist to escape the Shadowfell, but he's dead.
Poor soul. But in truth, if I had to choose between death and the Shadowfell, I'd choose death. Perhaps there's still a way to learn something from him. The dead can't deny their knowledge if asked the right question.
We're in the midst of the Shadow Curse now. Is there any more you can tell me about how to lift it?
This land is more than just soil and rock, root and leaf. It is a living being, in the form of a young fey boy, with the forest itself in his eyes. His name is Thaniel. I've met him in my meditations, but since the curse was unleashed, I have not felt his presence. He is its prisoner, I fear. And as long as he remains so, his domain will lie in darkness. But if we can find him, we can break the curse. if you learn anything of the Shadowfell, or of a boy with the forest in his eyes, find me at once.
What should I look for exactly?
I can't be exact, unfortunately. Time and the Shadow Curse won't have been kind to any traces that would have been left behind. A living witness is unlikely, I'll admit. But perhaps there'll be an unliving witness, or some lingering echo of what we seek. Don't worry. If you find something, you will know it.
Still feeling at home here with us? The surroundings are less bucolic, I understand.
It's not easy seeing the ravages of the Shadow Curse. But your camp is a most welcome solace. You've shared your fire with me, your company. A small pocket of light against the darkness. But one I couldn't do without. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're too modest by far. What fate would I have met without you? Rotting in the goblin cells? Dying against an onslaught on the grove? More good has been done since I met you than in 100 years before. Words cannot express my gratitude.
No words needed. I understand how you feel.
Yes, I think you do. Forgive me. Sometimes I forget myself, gazing on the beauty of nature's creations.
All right. Let's hit the hay. Way over here.
Let's see what this does.
Let's pet Scratch. Let's pet the owlbear. We should call him Feathers. I think we're gonna start calling him Feathers.
Camp life seems to suit the young owlbear. His coat of feathers seems fuller. His eyes look bright and inquisitive.
Well,
You know, I feel a connection between us. Like we're two souls walking the same path. You might be a little naive in the ways of the world, but I see promise in you. Ambition.
what do you mean naive?
Just that you have a big heart. You like doing what's right. So I was thinking, what would be the right thing to do when we get to Moonrise Towers? When we come face to face with whoever's controlling the parasites in our heads?
Destroy the cult and its evil forever.
God! Now try to think outside the box just a little. Consider the parasites in our skulls, and think how many others have the mind flayers infected. Hundreds. Thousands. And they're not just goblin trash. There are powerful people in the worm's thrall. Whoever's waiting for us at Moonrise Towers controls it all. But if we can take that control from them, imagine the power we'd wield.
Until we transform into mind flayers, you mean?
That's just the thing. If we control the parasites, then we can order them not to change us. All the power, with none of the tentacles. I'm just saying, there's an opportunity here. If we can control the tadpoles, we can keep ourselves safe. And liberate the world from this evil.
Yeah, no, we're not going to do that.
So much for thinking you had ambition. Still, we're not there yet. Maybe you'll see the light. Yet.
Alright, did anybody else want to chat before we call it a night? Nope. Alright. Who wants to talk? Ah, I missed Karlak.
Hey, soldier, well, I'm not feeling so good. My engine is getting worse. Feels like it's going to burst out of my chest. Without a mechanic, you might need to get used to a slowly overheating tiefling at your flank.
What will happen if you can't tune up this in time?
Well, I imagine it's lights out, Big K. And then it'll be just you, your parasite, and the wild yonder. I'm sure you'd manage. But this old girl's got a few things to do before it comes to that.
Alright, still need to find a mechanic. We'll check, make sure nobody else wants to talk now that I've talked to Karlak. Okay. Now we should be able to go to bed.
The voice of the Absolute is strong here, and getting stronger. I don't know how much longer I can resist it. But it's good to see you're making progress. You took an unexpected route here. You did a brave thing. Saving those people in the grove.
It wasn't even a choice. They needed my help.
Not everyone would have helped.
The hurt runs deeper than she's willing to show you.
Are you alright?
Yes. Yes, I am. It just doesn't stop. We are being bombarded by waves of telepathic energy. Wave after wave with hardly a breath between them. I almost dare not rest. Each wave a set of orders to the infected. The order for your transformation has been given many times already. I just hope my powers last long enough to see this through.
course, the question is who is she? Carlock wants to talk. For all we know, she's the tadpole.
Oh my god, soldier. That's Jaheira. The Jaheira.
She lives in the city, right?
Don't you know the whole story? Years ago, over a century, Jaheira was part of a group that saved Baldur's Gate from Saravok, a Baalsport trying to plunge the city into war. My mum used to tell us stories about them. The legends who protected the city from evil. She said Jaheira was a powerful druid. Adamant. Tough. I've told myself those stories 1,000 times since. I never thought I'd meet Jaheira. She's a hero, and I was always some outer city kid. Can't believe she wants to talk to us about working together. What a day!
Right. Jaheira's got a fan. Doesn't look like anybody else is wanting to chat. We are going to drink our potion. That's not it. I rearranged my bag by weight. Now I'm not sure where the potion of speak to animals. So you can say hi to the owl bear cub and to Scratch. There it is. Now we have an amulet of speak to dead. There it is. Speak with dead. We might need that. Let's go ahead and put this on. Alright.
You smell very delicious, but I will not bite you. Ooh, more.
Alright, I like this cub. Alright, where's Scratch? Where you at, boy? There you are.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
Alright, so let's leave camp. And look for clues. We did? I didn't see him. Oh, and everybody's dead. That could be, we might... Yeah, so if that's the case, I'd be a little upset, a little disappointed that, you know, it tells you to go talk to this gal, which then ends all of your other quests, you know? This dude's even gone. Or is this her room? Oh, this is her room, not the... You must have been downstairs. Go look for Daemon, but I think he's dead because everybody else in this place is dead except for Chihira. Not close the doors. Yeah, see, all these folks are gone. Art's dead. Alright.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
What happened to you?
Darkness. Pain. Thaniel. Have to help. Thaniel.
I'm looking for Thaniel. Where is he?
Shadowfell. Shifts. And changes. But where Thaniel is, always smells of lavender.
Who are you?
Konak of the flaming fist.
What are you doing here?
Investigating. Ketheric Thorn. Rumors of Sharon Gold. Worse than we thought.
What can you tell me about Ketheric Thorn?
He is brutal. Cares for nothing except his daughter.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
It's a shame everybody died. And it seemed like there was nothing we could do to stop it. It was just part of the story. Alright, let's go see if we can find... I'm sure he was in here. One of the dudes we killed. find any notes or anything. Don't need rotten food.
Let's have a look.
A lot of work for nothing.
Someone there?
Alright, let's pick this lock. Okay. Just check, make sure we didn't have a key before we wasted a lockpick. It's a 14. Let's go ahead and add our bonus.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Rippling Force Mail. No AC bonus from Dexterity. Need heavy armor. Force Absorption. Gain Force Conduit when taking slashing, piercing, or bludgeoning damage. Not sure what that means.
My faith will guide me.
So the adamantine is better. Better armor class and has the damage reduction of 2, which is probably why she didn't drop in that big fight.
No one back home will ever believe this. With haste.
A hat. Lots of rotten food and clothes. All right. Let's go back down here. Apples. Got traps set here. Yeah, see, I really dislike the fact that, you know, they say go talk to that lady, and then we go talk to that lady. It's like, well, now all these people are dead. Anything you wanted to do with them is now gone. I mean, I understand we didn't know that was going to happen, but it's kind of disappointing that the game made something like that happen. You know, it could have done something like, you know, have you help people around first, or even say like, oh well, yeah, so that guy, You know, if you get any more information, that might help us. Something like that, but we didn't get any of that.
What am I to do?
You need to cast this.
All right. What now? At the ready.
Okay, so this leads out. We don't want to go out yet because we want to talk to that druid. I still want to do a little exploring before we talk to the druid this time, because last time we talked to the druid and did what she said, catastrophes occurred.
What's in here?
Now, when we first walked around after the attack, you know, I didn't see some of all of the tieflings. Like, I didn't see Maul anywhere. So maybe she survived. That all appears to still be... So that leads out into the shadow, or that leads out in the Shadowfell, that leads out in the shadows, this leads out in the shadows. Yeah, this almost certainly looks like it should have had something there. I think we can walk out onto that water. We'll do that here in a sec.
What's that?
Down the mound of dirt. Oh, nice. Good stuff. Gold ingot. Steering, you want to have that. Wyvern toxin. Sort of bark skin. See invisibility. That was a nice find.
not be cursed.
Brazier. Almost missed lighting something up. That would have been terrible. This appears to still be
Victims of the Shadow Curse. At least they were afforded a burial.
outside of the Shadow Curse zone. Or not in the Shadow Curse zone, I guess I should would be the better way to say that. Whoops. Not gonna dig up a grave. Not. You know, it's like there might be something there, but that's just wrong.
What's that?
I won't budge. I won't budge.
You have a potion of giant strength or anything?
Wits and blades, always sharp.
Increase their size. That's not going to help us here.
What a day.
Defender of the people.
Doesn't look like it.
What to do? Need to find a way forward.
Alright, let's go back this way. This is kind of a fully cleared out, though we got those rubble we can't move. Alright, nothing in the shallow water here. they left no one alive. Got a door going down somewhere. Let's go check that area out. We're gonna kind of check the rest of this stuff, see if there's anything useful. Rotten food.
Open up.
Shadowheart's got enough clothes to open her own shop now. Alright, we hit this and we're gonna go in that door. Not a lot of rotten food. Single use for something, but it's not food. All right. Come on, sometimes the camera angle just doesn't like us. Harpers are a secretive organization whose main purpose is to preserve all things good and right in the world. They outfox evil at every turn with shrewd fighting and cunning political maneuver. And though they are not well organized, how could they be with many members utterly ignorant of the identity of those they claim as allies? They are united in purpose and goal. One Harper agent deployed correctly in a conflict often achieves the same result as a loosed army. We have probably the most booze of any camp you'll ever find. Will be our bottle person. wonder if there used to be anybody down here before everything went to heck upstairs. No! Ah!
You know, I've been catching myself smiling more lately. I think that's your fault.
Remember when you told me night orchids were your favorite flowers?
Rings a bell? Why?
I just so happen to have one right here.
Oh, hells. You didn't pick that by hand, did you? They're deadly poisonous. Joking. They're safe. And beautiful. Thank you. I don't have anything to give you in return, I'm afraid.
It's just a token. Don't expect anything in return.
Well, perhaps I can come up with something later, all the same.
She's a lot friendlier than she was when we first met her, that's for sure. Alright. Let's not bog down talking to her. While we're exploring this cellar.
That might be worth a look.
Alright everybody, we're going to call it here. It's about that time. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. As always, like, subscribe, and comment. I appreciate that as well. I have been Sir Joseph. You guys are amazing. Until next time, stay safe out there. And I'll talk to you later.